This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Hindu.
Very warm welcome to the show. It's been a day of crucial developments of magnitude, and we'll drive home the impact of these developments with the help of our reporters. They have it all covered, spanning across major issues developing today. To start with, war cries emanating from political spectrum. Is this only a knee-jerk reaction from the DMDK or a noticeable tilt? Peer Mohammed, our senior correspondent, will help us explore the breadth of this issue. And today, parents are a confident lot post the fee structure going online. Pratiksha, our reporter, has been tracking this story for us throughout the day. And for all the sports action, whether it be on the field or off it, Natasha has it all covered and will bring us up to date with all of that and a lot more. You're watching News Tonight with me, Ashmit Kumar, and before we explore all those issues, let's break into the day's biggest stories with the headlines. DMDK chief Vijay Kant hits out at DMK regime and the Stalin Aragiri duo. Are we getting ready for the signs of possible alliance?
என்ன பண்ணிடுவார் என்ன இவர் என்ன எம்ஜிஆர் மாதிரி 10-13 வருஷம் இருந்தவரா 5 வருஷம் ஆட்சி மாறிக்கிட்டு இருக்கு அதே மாதிரி இந்த வருஷம் மாறுதா இல்லையான்னு பாருங்க
Aragiri's son's wedding brings feuding brothers together, at least temporarily. Both visit and invite the Prime Minister. Supreme Court questions Tamil Nadu government over appointment of DGP Latika Saran. Relief for parents in Tamil Nadu. The government posts the fee structure for private schools on its website. Cyclone Giri heads towards the east coast. Is Chennai due for some heavy showers? To get a wholesome picture, let's also take a look at some national stories making headlines at this hour. Suspected Jaish militants are killed in the Malru encounter. Search operations are underway. Elaborate security arrangements ensure the first phase of polling in Bihar for 47 seats passes off peacefully. The horror behind the games. NDTV accesses minutes of organizing committee meetings. Complaints galore about facilities and safety. Does Team Kochi await the same outcome as Punjab Kings 11 and Rajasthan Royals? BCCI holds all the cards. Telangana issues continues to simmer, fuels emotions leading to a fist fight on a television show. Now, the big story that we have been tracking and we broke here on NDTV Hindu, political rhetoric in the state is picking up pace as the assembly elections draw near, drawing Captain Vijay Kant out of his hibernation. DMDK chief Vijay Kant lashed out at the DMK rule in the state. Singling out the DMK regime as one that is corrupt and power-drunk, he has predicted a DMK defeat in the upcoming polls. He also targeted Alagiri and Stalin duo. Referring to them as having been born with a silver spoon, he remarked that they are enjoying the fruits of their father's hard work.
அவர் சொல்றாரு இப்போ ஒரு கட்சி ஆரம்பிச்சாரு விஜயகாந்த் உடனே முதலமைச்சர் ஆகணும்னு ஆசைப்படுறாரு உண்மைதான் எங்க நீ வா அடுத்தாப்புல முதலமைச்சரா வரேன் நீ சவால் விடு பார்ப்போம் நீயும் உங்க அண்ணனா சவால் விடுங்க பார்ப்போம் யார்கிட்ட கதை விடுறீங்க நான் தைரியமா சொல்றேன் எனக்கு தைரியம் இருக்கு உழைக்கணுங்கிற தன்னம்பிக்கை நீ எங்கே யாரோ உங்க அப்பா போட்டதுல இருந்துகிட்டு வாழ்ந்துகிட்டு இப்படி நாட்டிட்டு வணக்கம் 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 சொல்லிட்டு போனா மாத்திரம் நீ என்ன துணை முதல் மந்திரியா என்ன பண்ணிடுவார் என்ன இவர் என்ன எம்ஜிஆர் மாதிரி 10-13 வருஷம் இருந்தவரா 5 வருஷம் ஆட்சி மாறிக்கிட்டு இருக்கு அதே மாதிரி இந்த வருஷம் மாறுதா இல்லையான்னு பாருங்க இன்னைக்கும் விஜயகாந்தை பொறுத்த மட்டும் எல்லாருக்கும் மனசுல என்ன இருக்குன்னு விஜயகாந்த் வாயை திறக்க மாட்டேன் ஏதாவது கட்சி கூட கூட்டணி வைப்பாரா என்னுடைய கூட்டணி அப்பவும் சொல்றேன் இப்ப தெய்வத்தோடைய மக்களோட மட்டும்தான் அதுல என்னைக்குமே என்னை மாற்றுக்கிறதுக்கு அது அன்னைக்கு பார்ப்போம் டைம் இருக்கு எவ்வளவோ நேரம் இருக்கு அது ஏன் அவசரப்பட்டுக்கிட்டு இப்பவே என்னங்கன்னா என்னத்திற்கு எதுவுமே கிடையாது.
Well, there you have it. Vijay Kant holding little back. But for more on this, let's go across to our senior correspondent, Peer Mohammed, who's joining us live. Now, Peer, these remarks here, again, Vijay Kant targeting the DMK, does it change the fluid situation of alliances that we have seen till now ahead of the assembly polls?
Looks like the DMDK with its vote share of 10% can be a decision maker, particularly in a fluid situation like this. Just 7 months for the assembly elections to happen, and he is clearly indicating that his purpose is to defeat the DMK regime in the upcoming assembly elections, and that is definitely a big challenge for the ruling DMK, because again and again in September as well he declared the same thing. The only goal of the DMDK is to defeat the DMK in the upcoming assembly polls, and he has reiterated again. Particularly this challenge to Stalin has come in the wake of Stalin calling him greedy in a recent DMK meet. This has come as a response to Deputy Chief Minister Stalin, because Stalin also in fact brought lot of DMDK cadres into the DMK fold 2 days ago. As a tit for tat, today DMDK chief brought about 5,000 DMK cadres into his fold at his party office, and it is also a revenge politics which we are seeing. Ashmit?
Right. Peter, just one more question. Can we see this more than perhaps just being a knee-jerk reaction to Stalin's remark at perhaps alliances ahead of the assembly polls? Now, we know that, again, the broad-based criticism between the two Dravidian parties has now narrowed it, DMDK has now narrowed it down to only one, the DMK here. So, can we read into that?
Yes, there have been talks between the DMDK and the AIDMK, but it was not very fruitful according to both the party's top leaders, and they are still trying to work out a compromise, but whether that will take shape, everything depends on what the Congress is going to do, because Congress has almost or more share of vote in the state when compared to the DMDK. Also, everybody is waiting and watching what the Congress is going to do. If it would ditch the DMK and form its own alliance, everything depends on that. Even Vijay Gandhi is waiting for that to happen, Ashmit.
Right, Pete. So there you have it. The DMDK, a potential kingmaker, again making news tonight. Moving ahead, in news just coming in, Union Minister for Chemicals and Fertilizers M.K. Alagiri has rubbished reports of any fights with Telecom Minister A. Raja. He said that it's a rumor spread by Jayalalitha and that she is giving him free publicity. Right, for more on this, let's go across to our reporter Shabir, who's joining us live. Now, Shabir, firstly, as far as the rumors are concerned, are there any depth to these rumors, any credibility to these rumors?
Well, there was a strong rumor going on since morning, doing rounds both in Delhi and in Tamil Nadu, that there was some kind of verbal fight between Telecom Minister A. Raja and M.K. Alagiri, when M.K. Alagiri saw A. Raja, who was there at the Delhi airport waiting to receive Deputy Chief Minister M.K. Stalin, who was arriving last night at Delhi. He called A. Raja, M.K. Alagiri called A. Raja, and there was some kind of fight between both of them. In fact, sources told us that M.K. Alagiri bombarded A. Raja over matters relating to family and something like that. And in fact, after that, there was widespread rumors both in Delhi and in Tamil Nadu in media. There was a buzz. And in fact, the channel, a private television channel that is backed by the opposition, AIADMK, had that news flashing on their bulletins saying that there was some kind of fight between the telecom minister and M.K. Alagiri in Delhi. And after that, it became a major controversy. And reacting to that, M.K. Alagiri had made it very clear that there was no such fight between A. Raja and him. And he rubbished that claims made by some reports, and also said that it is something which has been planted by Jayalalitha and her television channel. And also it is a rumor that has been spread by them, and he made it clear that there is nothing wrong in it, and both of them are in good terms, and Jayalalitha is giving him free publicity. That is what his remarks were. And when asked about Jayalalitha's allegations against him in the Madurai rally, he said he had already responded to that. Jayalalitha is speaking something without verifying facts and without checking the credibility of the source of her information. And also, when asked about when he is planning to make a comeback to the state politics, he made it very clear during elections he will be coming back to Tamil Nadu, and he will be playing a major role in Tamil Nadu politics. That's what the Allegri said just a short while ago at the Chennai airport, Ashmit.
Right. Shabir, just one more question, and again, in the context that, in the broader context of the assembly polls, the two brothers are not quite on the same page, and now there are rumors about internal strife. What does this mean for the DMK?
Well, the Chief Minister M. Karunanidhi yesterday, he made it very clear that he wanted both the brothers to put up a united face ahead of the elections. In fact, we do know that both the brothers are at loggerheads for a very long time. In fact, there has been some kind of discontent and some kind of rift between both the brothers, and Chief Minister is trying his level best to bring them and unite them ahead of the election so that it will benefit the party. Or else, if both brothers are fighting against each other, then definitely it will be a great loss for the party, and Allegri will be playing a crucial role in the 2011 assembly elections, and they don't want to take any chances at this point in time. That is what the mood among the DMK leadership is, Ashmit.
Right, Shabir. Thank you for joining us, and again painting for us a very clear picture about what's about the rumors, and of course about what it means for the DMK. Moving ahead, in a move that is likely to play spoiler for the state government in the DGP Latika Saran case, the Supreme Court has questioned the Tamil Nadu government over her appointment. The petition filed by the Tamil Nadu government did not find favour with the Supreme Court, and the apex judicial body refused to pass an interim order. This new twist will now require the state government to spend a panel of IPS officers to UPSC for selection of a new DGP. But importantly, Latika now features amongst the 3 senior-most IPS officers in the state. This makes her eligible for the position of a DGP as per the Supreme Court guidelines. Now, to get our viewers up to speed, the Madras High Court had objected to the appointment of Latika Saran as the DGP, citing violation of the Supreme Court guidelines. The Tamil Nadu government challenged this in the Supreme Court and argued that the UPSC itself approached the apex court seeking clarifications. For more on this, let's go across to our executive editor Sanjay Pinto, who again revealed us who has some crucial details about what this development actually means for Latika Saran and her prospects as DGP. Sanjay, if you can hear us again, how safe is Latika Saran as the DGP of Tamil Nadu?
Yes, that's a big question now, Ashmit. Will Ms. Latika Saran continue to have control over Mike 1, which means will she continue as the DGP of the state after that time frame granted by the Madras High Court? The answer to that lies in the Tamil Nadu government stance itself. The fact that the Tamil Nadu government has gone to the Supreme Court seeking an interim stay on the Madras High Court order itself shows that the government wants Ms. Latika Saran to continue in that post. Of course, it's a setback to the Tamil Nadu government that the Supreme Court has not really granted that interim stay, has asked the government to go ahead with what the High Court had ordered, that is to send that panel of names of senior IPS officers eligible for appointment as a DGP to the UPSC by the 26th of this month. And the case will come up for hearing in the Supreme Court on the 8th of November. But we'll have to really understand, to give our viewers a short background of this case. Ms. Latika Saran belongs to the 1976 batch of the IPS. The person who filed this case challenging her appointment as DGP, Mr. Nataraj, belongs to the 1975 batch. That's 1 year senior to her. In January this year, Mrs. Latika Saran was appointed as a DGP. Mr. Nataraj then said that he was overlooked, his seniority was sidelined, and that's when he went to the Central Administrative Tribunal. The Central Administrative Tribunal refused to entertain his petition, and Mr. Nataraj had to go to the Madras High Court. The Madras High Court, in fact, agreed with his contention that he has been sidelined, and that's when that order came about. But now it's very interesting because at the time when Mrs. Latika Saran was made the DGP, there were several other officers who were senior to her. Some of those officers who were senior to her at that point in time have now retired. And one of the officers, Mr. Vijay Kumar, who was a batchmate of Mr. R. Nataraj, the 1975 batch, has now recently been appointed as the Director General of the CRPF. The Tamil Nadu government had at that point in time said that Mr. Vijay Kumar was not interested in becoming DGP of the state, something that he took objection to, and in fact impleaded himself in the case to say that that wasn't correct. But now Mr. Vijay Kumar is clearly not available for selection given his recent appointment as a DG of the CRPF. It leaves Mrs. Latika Saran among the top 3 senior-most IPS officers in the state. So technically, even if the Tamil Nadu government goes ahead and follows the Madras High Court order, Mrs. Latika Saran's name will figure in that list of 3 senior-most IPS officers of the state. And if the government's decision to seek an interim stay in the Supreme Court is any indication, and it seems that they want her to continue in the DGP's chair, which means Mrs. Latika Saran can also be formally reselected to the top police post in the state. It's, however, a kind of a moral victory for Mr. Nataraj, whose contention has been upheld by the High Court. And even the Supreme Court saying that their guidelines should not be violated. But at the end of the day, it doesn't seem likely that Mrs. Latika Saran will lose her post as a DGP of the state. It seems that she will continue. That seems to be the case as of now, Ashmit.
Right, Sanjay. Thank you for joining us. That was Sanjay, our executive editor, again painting for us a very elaborate and a very comprehensive picture that this perhaps might only be a technical and a legal hurdle, and that she still continues to be very well positioned to continue as the Tamil Nadu DGP. Ahead, parents and children in Tamil Nadu can heave a huge sigh of relief. Though the Madras High Court pointed out that private schools cannot collect fees in excess of what was fixed by the government-appointed Govindarajan Committee, there was a lot of ambiguity over what exactly is the new fee structure. Today, the Tamil Nadu government posted the new fee structure on the website. For more on this, let's go across to our reporter Pratiksha, who has been tracking this story. Now, Pratiksha, this gives parents and students a lot of clarity in terms of forms of association and how much they are actually obliged to pay. Does it also act as a burden on the schools now to actually adhere to the norms that were specified in the Govindarajan Committee?
Well, Ashmit, there's really no question of a burden. See, Govindarajan Committee came out with this fee structure and made it very clear. They took literally every problem that the school faced, expenses. They took so much into consideration before they actually arrived at this fee structure. So I don't think it's a burden on the schools. They're probably just a little upset that their profits are probably going to be a lot lower once they start following this structure. And yes, this definitely helps parents a lot because, see, though the structure was released in May, the parents could not really access it in a public forum. Schools were being very, very dodgy. Some of them were saying it's not very clear, it does not include our school, and there were so many other excuses. But this makes it very clear. They have mentioned every place, every district, every school, and the fee structure for each and every class even. So parents can actually print this out, take this to the school and say, you know, this is the fee structure. You have collected an extra amount, so where is the deposit account for that? So this definitely helps parents a lot, and it clears a lot of confusion where, you know, a lot of schools were actually claiming to be in different groups, different categories. So this definitely clears a lot of confusion, Ashmit, makes things clearer, and even legally, though it legally does not help people, it definitely makes things more clear, it makes the process easier, Ashmit.
Right, Pratiksha. Thank you for joining us again, giving us some more perspective on what this implies for both the schools and, of course, the parents and students. Moving ahead, sending a very strong message to the political circle at large, MK Alagiri and MK Stalin, two feuding brothers for the Chief Minister's chair today, came together on a family mission, the marriage of Alagiri's son. Both today met the Prime Minister in Delhi to invite him for the marriage at Madurai next month. But after this, Alagiri separately met President Pratibha Patil, UPA chairperson Sonia Gandhi and BJP leader LK Advani to invite him for his son's Dayanidhi Alagiri's wedding.
Prime Minister Pradhanamantri, Janadhipati, Sonia Madam, or no Vijayanachar, Ultra Amateur, Nusila Mandri.
And the dance of democracy has just begun in the theatre we know as Bihar. What's in store for the stakeholders? We'll bring you that on the other side.